Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Shimmy Harford here with your weekly update for the last week of 2017. True parents have guided us through a successful year during which we have moved closer to realizing the settlement of Cheongguk. Beginning in Korea, True Parents launched the Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea and continued to America, where they also established a new structure urging America to go forward with the spirit and truth as a family federation for a heavenly United States. Here is news of True Parents' Christmas celebrations in Korea and in the United States, as well as a special feature video on the ILC for African leaders in Hawaii. In order to convey the providential achievements of 2017 to those on the front line, after establishing a new structure in Japan and Korea, True Parents visited America, the providential eldest son nation. They called the American leaders for a special gathering to establish a heavenly America. True Parents urged the leaders to unite with Heavenly Parent and True Parents through the Spirit and the Truth and restructure the American movement to create a brighter future for everyone.
기독교 2000년 역사의 종지부를 찍어야 할 이 나라. 하나님이 축복한 나라인 것은 틀림없어. 그래서 나는 세계 섭리를 놓고 중심 역할을 해야 될 한국, 일본, 미국이 새롭게 거듭나는 체제로서 기필코 고지탈환이 될 가능성이 있다 할 수 있게끔 여러분들을 몰아가려고 그래. 한국이라는 대륙으로 보았어. 그래서 5개 지구로 나누었어. 지구가 그 대륙 안에 하나의 나라야. 그래서 이 미국도 5개 지구로 나누어서 100%, 120% 효과를 달성할 수 있는 체제로 만들어 주겠다. 그래서 지금 협회 체제로는 접고 신아메리카 가정연합. 그래서 이 나라 백성들이 이 축복받은 이 한때를 절감하고 감사한 마음으로 참 부모를 모시는, 하늘 부모님을 모시는 신아메리카 가정연합이 되게 해야 되겠다.
True Parents' message conveyed their earnest desire to create a world of true love and happiness. The leaders learned about the vision of creating a Shin America, an America that attends God. Thus, they are working towards becoming filial children and patriots by fulfilling True Parents' will while they are on earth. True Parents have led the Providence, achieving great accomplishments as if each day were 1,000 years. They have provided hope of creating a better world. On Christmas Eve, True Parents had a gathering with true children to speak about the true meaning of Christmas. Jesus came as the Messiah 2,000 years ago but could not fulfill his mission and lived a miserable life. True Parents spoke of the value and meaning of the returning Messiahs, True Parents, and reminded us of the proper attitude we should have to realize the settlement of Cheongguk. On Christmas, Cheongguk leaders celebrated True Parents' victorious return. True Parents invited around 300 Cheongguk leaders representing all members around the world to a special Christmas banquet. Secretary General Yoon Young-ho was MC, and Lee Gi-sung, president of the Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea, began the banquet with a prayer. Mrs. Wonju McDivitt, head of True Mother Secretariat, read True Mother's message from America and shared True Parents' grace and love. The participants enjoyed a meal, exchanged gifts, and then watched a cultural talent contest. 11 institutions and organizations prepared songs and dance. True parents watched the performances with smiles and laughter. After the performances, Hyunsuk Moon, representing the judges, announced the winning teams. The Okayama Family Federation for Heavenly Japan Seonghwa student team won the esteemed True Parents Prize. All teams and leaders express their gratitude for True Parents' love. They are striving to play key roles in creating a new world centered on a Heavenly Korea, Heavenly Japan, and Heavenly America. The next morning, True Parents held a special breakfast banquet for the Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea, Heavenly Japan, and Heavenly United States. True Parents spoke to the leaders about the real work that the Peace Road Project, Africa New Village Movement, and the Coffee Project are accomplishing, and other news of True Parents' achievements around the world. True Parents encouraged the leaders to go forward proudly and become the light of the world. Centered on True Parents' message, the central leaders of Korea, Japan, and the U.S. offered energetic songs symbolic of their joyful advancement for the realization of Vision 2020. True Parents' endless love to realize a world of equality, prosperity, and justice. Their truth, which lays the foundation for plans for peace, and their actions for constructing a global peace community, provide hope for Cheonilguk and a heavenly Shin world. Historically, Africa endured poverty, hunger, suffering, and oppression. True Parents are offering an economic model based on the reform of one's preconceptions through the New Village movement. This model focuses on the coffee industry, helping Africa's development so it can be free of past restraints. Coffee is a major global commodity, and more than 2.25 billion cups of coffee are consumed in the world every day. Three-fourths of Africa's land lies in the coffee belt, which has favorable conditions for growing coffee, which is a blessing prepared by heaven. In order to implement their vision, True Parents invited around 30 government leaders, tribal chiefs, and parliamentarians from 11 nations to Kona, Hawaii for an international leadership conference.
I can assure you that she truly believes that the 21st century is that of Africa. She has a clear plan for Africa. She's looking forward to see and have a bright and shining Africa very soon.
In order to better convey the details of their grand picture, True Parents directed that the conference be held on the Providential Frontline.
As we know, if we are just living in the clouds of ideas, that's also not so good. So we have to balance both the theoretical and the very practical. So I believe that this conference provides that kind of opportunity.
So many leaders, they are shocked how much Mother Moon really provide the power of education, power of spirit for the sake of new Africa, new movement for the sake of Africa.
The Hawaiian Queen Coffee Farm lies on a 162-acre lot. Witnessing the actual front line from which True Parents' vision is spreading inspired the participants.
every employee we have is an employee of our company, whether they're a picker or a vice president.
The farm's caretakers explained the process for producing the best coffee and explained how each member is respected and vital to the process. The leaders listened with rapt attention and then enjoyed the deep flavor of the Kona coffee.
In Liberia, we used to grow coffee, but after the civil crisis, the operation stopped. My coming here and seeing this operation gives me the idea that when I go back, we have to begin again to revitalize the coffee industry, to make it second to none.
The participants showed even greater interest in the processing facility. Coffee is a resource already being produced in many African countries, but due to a lack of support with processing technology and marketing, other nations are importing, processing, developing, and ultimately making a profit from those coffee beans. True parents are opening a way for sustainable prosperity in Africa by working to give equal opportunities through improving the distribution structure and leveling the field by sharing techniques used in the coffee industry.
It can last, if you keep it right, it can last a year, 2 years in green form, as long as it's got, a dehumidifier or air conditioner.
The participating leaders observed all aspects of the coffee industry from processing to distribution. Tribal leaders who are of royal lineage and responsible for millions of people, tribal chiefs, and many ministers of agriculture testified that the coffee industry provides a vision for their tribes and nations.
C'est la source de richesse abondamment. Ça, nous en sommes convaincus et je m'en irai dire à ma population l'avantage qu'il y a à promouvoir ce café chez nous.
If we can have a mini coffee farm in each of the countries who participated in this seminar, this will inspire the youth for farming.
I'm so grateful to be here today and to enjoy the pleasure of the Universal Peace Foundation, which brings to light that everybody can work together for the glory of God and for the betterment of humanity. I thank you so very much.
On the second day, the leaders listened to various presentations. They learned more details about the coffee industry, which can bring sustainable prosperity to their nations. On the foundation of what they learned the day before, the leaders asked many questions related to processing in their countries. Using the information they learned, the leaders could develop detailed plans to implement coffee operations in their nations, raising hopes of creating a heavenly Africa.
I am grateful to the True Mother, the only begotten daughter of God, the founder of the Gospel of Peace, the founder of the Gospel of Restoration. We really appreciate to say, indeed, it's a deserving visit, it's a deserving trip, it's an eye-opener. We thank you, our true parents.
The presentations focus on methodology and conscientious-based education.
The inspiration at the root of the new village movement began with the true parents, Father and Mother Moon.
The new village movement, based on True Parents' ideology for peace, was inspirational and thought-provoking.
So I've learned a lot that we should come together and bring peace peace, peace in our world through the vision of our Mother Moon.
The other thing that is of impressive to me is the fact that this particular conference addressed issues to do with universal peace and also family values.
King and Queen is here!
The leaders expressed their gratitude to true parents for their love and blessing and set off for a holy ground tour of King Garden and Queen Garden.
Salute! Salute! Jumbe!
In 2007 and 2008, the houses were dedicated to heaven as the home of the perfected Adam and perfected Eve. True parents poured out their devotion to open the Pacific Rim civilization from King Garden and Queen Garden. The participants felt true parents' love and presence as they toured true parents' homes. Praise and gratitude were showered on true parents for shining the light of peace and opening the path to blessings.
Vision 2020! Victory! 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 And we say, thank you, True Mother! Thank you, True Mother!
And I think they are not inadequate words to express the deep emotion and the deep joy that flows into my heart at this very moment, waiting for the next session where we shall give an account of what we have done so far.
It really that it is not just a matter of dealing with the spiritual matters that the true parents are up to, because we now understand that the true mother is actually a woman of action, or the true parents are people of action. This is action, action, action. We are really geared now. Already we had identified about 10,000 hectares of land in Zimbabwe, which is land of the land that belongs to our church members across the country.
The closing session turned a new page for all participants. Participants testified that where there is poverty and hunger, there cannot be peace, saying prosperity in Africa will bring prosperity and peace to the world. The participants united with True Parents' vision and conveyed they will become people of action to bring hope to Africa.
As a leader of the community, or a chiefdom, or a people of 79,000, I think we are ready to, I am ready to commit myself to say that we are ready to go on a coffee growing program.
This actually has been a very, very good and successful workshop and tour, such that as we go back to our countries, we are going back to implement what we have seen, what we have learned with our agriculture ministers, with traditional leaders, our MPs, our ministers. In doing so, we feel our economy is going to be boosted.
L'amour des vrais parents vraiment nous a touchés. Et je voulais demander ici que ça là, si on peut introduire ça à notre pays. Notre pays qui est caractérisé comme un pays de paix. Et pour ça, je dis que notre pays a la vocation pour accueillir les éducations des révérends Moon. Nuestra esperanza es la unidad. Siempre soñamos por la unidad.
True Parents' dream resonates in the hearts of all people around the world, transcending borders and race.
Logremos siempre la unidad. Ven pronto unidad.
Based on True Parents' spiritual foundation and the substantial word, the Kona ILC Africa Leaders Conference was a success. The seeds of hope that are sown in the spring of the providence will shower love and blessings on Africa. Like the deep blue waves of the Pacific Ocean, let peace flow, causing flowers of true love to bloom, as we march forward as peace-loving global citizens to realize a nation and a world of peace. In Korea, around the time that True Parents launched the Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea, approximately 700 central members attended the ceremony to thank President Yu Kyung-suk for his service and to welcome President Lee Gi-sung and Vice President Chu Jin-tae. Mrs. Wonju McDivitt, head of True Mother Secretariat, presented President Yu with a certificate of merit. President Yu thanked everyone whom he had worked closely with during his time in office and encouraged them to make a fresh start for the Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea. In his acceptance speech, President Lee Gi-sung said he will do his best so that True Parents' dream, from HJ Chunwon to all corners of the world, can be realized. Vice President Chu Jin-tae shared his 10 principles for realizing an age of proficiency for Chunwon Guk and pledged to completely invest himself to realize True Parents' dream. The leaders of the newly structured Family Federation for a Heavenly Korea could realign themselves with Heavenly Parent in order to do their best to realize national restoration and the substantial settlement of Chunwon Guk. Members in Spain have been working with the Thai community to hold a Heavenly Tribal Messiah blessing ceremony. Based on a model of Heavenly Tribal Messiah activities in Asia, Thai Blessed Sisters worked with a Thai association in Barcelona to organize a family festival which spreads a culture of peace and to bless nearly 20 couples. Benin has established Youth and Students for Peace, YSP. Around 1,600 people, including youth, students, teachers, famous scholars, and musicians, joined in the founding. A reading of True Parents' inaugural address inspired the young people to become a force that helps the community and society overcome barriers of race, culture, and religion. True Parents have urged us to return to the Spirit and to the truth, waking us up from a deep sleep. Their work has laid the foundation for us to make fresh starts as the new year begins. We hope that True Parents' love will be with you and your families in 2018 and bring you much joy and happiness. Thank you for letting Peace TV be a part of your year, and we hope to continue bringing you news of the Providence in 2018. God bless you and have a Happy New Year.